So I want to thank everybody for saying all these nice things about the soaps that are inspired by other artists. And I just wanted to say something about innovation to help people to express themselves and be very creative. And it takes a little bit of fearlessness. That's the great word for that. I think you have to know your craft really well. You have to explore, and you have to feel comfortable with that to say, you know what, I'm going to take some chances. And I don't really think the word fail is in my vocabulary, at least when I'm talking about my creativity. I'm counting on the fact that whatever it turns out to be, I'm going to appreciate it because I have many more attempts left to go. So this is a case where I was going to start off doing the dancing funnel pour because I think it's just really beautiful, and a lot of people do it just so superbly. I hope to do it that way myself one day. I'm still practicing. I made it for my very first time. But I know that when I started the process, I was going to say, Clyde, don't be too creative because you want to try this swirl just as its own technique for starters. And then later on you can play with it. Well, you know, once I got started on it, I just thought, oh, I'm going to put a little dab of soap here, a little dab of soap there. And it ended up not really looking like the classic dancing funnel pour. So, but still, I'm going to appreciate what it turned out to be. I'm really happy that I know how to pick colors because I'm really happy with how the colors turned out. And it's different. It's different than the classic beautiful dancing funnel pour, but this is how I come up with something new by tweaking. And you know, there's a lot to be learned out there, but it doesn't mean that you have to be precisely exactly the way that other people have done it before. This is how we're going to push soap making art ahead, by having hybrids of other ideas and just have more and more unique types of soap out there. So enough of that. We'll talk a little bit about the color. Basically what I'm going to be talking about is you could take pure color, which is really beautiful, and it is pure, or you can alter each of the colors separately, and then you end up with something unique and somewhat of a nuance to the colors that we think of and appreciate as being bright colors. So enough of that. Let's get started with the soap color tutorial and then on with the soap making. I'm going to show you something both on paper and digitally to show you how different it looks to have the pure colors and how they look after they've been altered somewhat. So you can't see the white right here, and the white is not going to be visible on the page, but I always include it in the color tutorials just to put a page mark on that white there. And then the name of the fragrance that I'm using is OMG, oh my god, olive, and I've used it before. Made it quite different. You can look at my link at the very end of this. I made a Kalamata soap because I went to Kalamata, big olive producing region in Greece. And I wanted more of an olive green, which is not this green right now. So I'll show you just how I mixed it. I'm going to have like a bright green, and then there's a Enchanted Forest green from Rustic Essentials. That's a little bit more of a browned green. So brown and a bright green will make a bit of a olive color. That and a little bit of a golden color to it. Just a little bit. And then a little white will brighten that up. Somewhat like that. I think I'm going to have a little bit more. I'm not going to use as much mica in the soap, which is almost like adding a white to lighten it up a little bit. Let's mix this around a bit, see what that does. Yeah, I think something like this. So there's the first change the bright color to something else that I think will look good. And this red, I'm going to alter it to be more of a wine red. I'm mixing two different colors of mica together for that. I want it to be a little bit more purplish and a little bit of white. It's like a wine color. It almost makes it a little bit of a red purple. And then the purple is going to be my dark accent color. So with my micas, I'm only going to mix it with some black. But remember that the natural soap color is part of the color mix as well. So it's not going to look this dark. This is just what the mica would look like on its own. So I find myself with the watercolors having to add some white to get it closer to what it's going to become in the soap. And probably the black is going to end up making it more on the blue side. I think something like that. Lastly, I put the yellow there. What I'm going to do is do a mica drizzle on top the soap, and pass this little secret along to you that I've found is you could have really great gold by combining some yellow with gold, especially in the drizzles. It's still metallic, but it just adds a brightness to it. The only way I can really show you that with watercolor in these color tutorials is to already have the yellow dried on the paper and use the gold as an overlay. Show you the difference if I just use gold here. Same thing almost happens with the mica drizzle, is that it doesn't carry as much punch all on its own, at least the way I want it for this soap. No mistakes, right? I think you can just learn a lot by keeping a strong vision and saying, look, I didn't get exactly what I wanted this time, but there's always next time. We won't even talk about the word fail anymore, at least not with the design part. Okay, that's it. Let's get to the soap making. So I'm going to mix the oils and kaolin clay. And I'm going to just stir in my lye solution for quite a bit before I blend it a little bit. I want it to stay liquid. And I'm soaping at about 83 degrees right now. It's going to take a little while to pour all the soap, so I want it to stay as liquid as I can. Hit this with the blender a little bit. And stir it one more time. You do want to make sure that the lye and oils mix and not incorporate. We call that emulsification. Also looking for traces of oil on top, and it looks just fine. Okay, when I combine this with the colors, again, I'm going to just really stir with a spatula so it doesn't make the soap saponify right away. I think that spoon's too short. I'm going to start with my green. I have the same green in a smaller amount here. It's like a maroon red, a little lighter than a maroon. And this is purple with some activated charcoal. And the rest is going to be my white with some titanium dioxide. But I think I am going to put it in this container because this bowl does not pour well. I looked at photographs of different colors of olives. The last thing I'm going to do is stir in my fragrance. It's an olive scent mixed with some lemon scent and some fresh bamboo for a little bit of a green scent. I like that mix, it's really fresh. I will hit this one, the titanium dioxide, with the blender because that always needs some extra help. Right now it doesn't really look quite white, but you can see little specks of the titanium dioxide globs. And you don't want that. And here's my purple. I wanted it really dark to represent the black olives, but I didn't really want it to be black. This dark purple will give the contrast that I really want. And I think I will hit these with the blender a little bit, since it is cooperating. Let's see how liquid that is. Okay, I'm going to blend starting with my white. Green. I'm going in order of light to darkest. Okay, I'm ready for the base pour, which is going to just be some of this white, some of the green, a little more white. I'll just let that pour, do the swirling. I didn't get much green over here. Kind of like that look. Okay, the rest is going to be my pour with these bottles. So this is ready. Of course, I think I should put my red in the red bottle. A little too much for this bottle, so this can get dribbled in there. Okay, let's start getting the colors in there. So there's some green. Getting it really close to the surface of the soap so it stays on top. Purple. one of the secrets of this is to get a big circle first. So that the second color leaves the outline of the bigger circle of color below. So right now the purple really does look like a black, but it's not quite. I'm trying to shoot the color wherever I see the level of the soap is low. Now I'm just trying to get the red color wherever I don't see any red. That is about all of my soap. So now, I get my dividers in, and I do have a gold mica drizzle. And I want the design of this soap to be basically circles, so I'm not going to do any additional swirling to mess up this these perfect little circles. So I'm going to get little drips of circular drops on the surface of every bar. But I think if it doesn't form little perfect circles, it's going to look great. This little extra shine is going to look nice on the soap. I want to break up some of the mass of color. Okay, I really like that. Give it a spray of alcohol. We'll cover this over and then bring it back out to unmold. Okay, so let's get these unmolded. Okay, let's loosen this up, turn it over, and let it fall out of the mold. There's the bottom. I'm going to try to turn this over. The bars come out pretty easily. Well, this isn't one of my inspired by artist soaps. I keep looking at it and thinking that there's somebody I'm forgetting that had some paintings that were like this. Well, maybe if you know, you'll let me know. But I wanted to try this dancing funnel swirl for a long time, and finally got around to doing it. I really do like how the dividers push down that color, so you've got this wraparound design. It's a very natural like fragrance with that bamboo and grapefruit and lemon and olive scents combined. It's not a perfumey like scent at all. It's just a pleasant fragrance. I'm going to do another basic tutorial on these colors just to show you that pure colors are beautiful, but sometimes you don't get this type of quality. What I mean by that is I'll probably end up showing you what this same soap would look like if the green wasn't this like olivey green, and if that black was, if this purple was a bright purple, and if the red was a cherry red, it would look quite different. Probably not as elegant, but probably more bright for sure. So it all depends on your purpose and what you want the overall theme of the soap to be, I think. So firstly, I think we all want to make a soap that works well, that cleans, that lathers well, has a creamy feel to it. But beyond that, I like to, and many other people like to have a beautiful soap, and that can take the form of the more rustic soaps, more plain in color, to ones that have more color in them. Anyway, thanks for watching and subscribing. A lot of people have been looking at my Instagram lately to see the my inspiration, my color inspiration that I post, and recently had some people do a guessing game on what the next inspired by artist is, and that was a lot of fun. So maybe I'm going to do that again before I tell you what person inspired me. I had people guess, and that was a lot of fun. Anyway, we'll see you next time, and this is Clyde, and see you later.